This eventually will be episode 337, take one. But first, the inimitable Buddy Green.
Howdy, folks.
I
used to have fat
we got
jokes.
the inimitable Dale Robertson. All right, here we go.
Howdy.
Smoke my cigarette, Bell. This is Shanghai, China, a city that has given our heroes a few bad moments. For instance, they started out to go
Back to the top.
near deck. Grab 'em. Well, you just don't gallivant about the deck of a stinking... Well, you just don't gallivant about the deck of a sinking junk and don't lose your footing.
Not.
And don't lose your footing. I'll do the dialect.
All right. Well, you just don't gallivant about the deck of a sinking junk and not lose your footing.
Whoa!
Seconds later, everyone was stroking for the mainland.
We're going to go any second. Speed. This is it. 339, take one.
Oh, Jay, baby, that's my man. I'll tell you, boy, right there. There he is. I'll tell you, when we get rid of that Greek governor we got down there, we're going to put old Jay, baby, in there. He's going to be our new governor. Right?
Like most Americans, the folks in Frostbite Falls, Minnesota, rely heavily on their television sets. Not just for eating off of, but for the evening news.
80,000 men a year. And now here's tonight's cutie. Creighton Finney of Butte Falls fell into an open manhole, was swept down the Colorado River, and came out 30 days later in the Pacific Ocean. Oddly enough, Mr. Finney has a houseboat in the Pacific. Weather report for tomorrow. Clear, cloudy skies with gusty showers and sunny late mornings following the snowstorm. And now this is...
That weather report was about as accurate as one dared to get, for in Frostbite Falls, you never knew what it was going to be next. Hours later, after miles of painstaking plotting, they reached the moving van.
Shh! We'll sneak up from both sides.
Oh, if it were only fair to warn them, for the bridge that empty van was resting on had definitely been tampered with. We might have a disaster here. Don't miss the Rolling Stone. Don't miss the Rolling Stone. Don't miss the... It's getting higher and higher and higher.
Why don't you
Shut
get
up.
larger jockey shorts?
That's what it is. Don't miss the Rolling Stone or look, Ma, no muss.
That's the highest voice I've ever heard.
Roll it.
How time flies when you're having fun. 340,
From the sound of Bill Conrad, I would say we're dealing with kids.
take one.
Gotta get him home before 9.
Huh?
Or something.
Those shorts are strangling him to death.
Well, it appeared as though the problem of predicting the weather for Frostbite Falls had been overcome. But with us last time, Rocky and Bullwinkle located the missing weather lady.
There she is, Bullwinkle, and Boris must have been the thief who stole her.
The plan to get her back was simple. Bullwinkle would get Boris's attention. Bullwinkle, Rocky, somebody, Boris,
Take it from the top.
Natasha.
Take it from the top.
Well, in case you weren't with us last time,
11 seconds.
Slate.
This is 343, take one.
to sum it all up, this sport...
You want to
Take
take it
two.
from the top?
Oh, Paul. Why do you do this?
Take it from the top.
All right, Paul.
3.
Thank
Four.
God there's a little humor left.
We did this 4 or 5 times tonight. To sum it all up, this fortune-telling machine predicted the weather for Frostbite Falls, Minnesota.
4 nines means it's going to be cloudy.
Better. That's right.
Nothing ain't gonna make these lines come out better.
Yeah.
Whenever I look at Pete, I always feel like he should be representing us at the UN or something. He really should.
He
You're
should.
so misplaced in animation. Really.
We're going forwards and
You should have
backwards, is
been a
what you're telling me.
government dignitary.
All right, here we go. 344,
I'm gonna
take
cast
one.
you, and I'm not through talking yet. I'm going to cast you.
He could
Don't
even
slate
Nixon.
over, Martha. Yeah, that really.
This is 344, take one.
Yeah.
Well, we're running into the home stretch, and still Rocky and Bullwinkle have not regained...
Would you like to take it from the top?
Well, we're running into the home...
Take 3.
Paul, come on.
Oh, I take it from the bottom.
Well, we're running into the home stretch, and still Rocky and Bullwinkle have not regained possession of the fortune-telling machine. Tested had it not been for the customers who insisted he follow through.
This must be final episode. Squirrel always gets best of me and Ant. Okay, start your machine first.
You can't pull these things on me like this, Bill. Take it from there. There wasn't a relaxed nerve in the house as the man in the booth shuffled and extracted not one...
I move we get the best football team money can buy.
Here, here. But how will we pay for it?
How else? We'll fire a few English teachers. Yeah. Who needs them all? We speak English already.
How was that?
I don't know. Yeah, who needs them? We all speak English already.
Some of us do, anyway.
You incinerating that I'm dumb?
They decided to get a winning football team. As a result, 2 scouts are trying to sign up Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle, you know who these fellas... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard somebody. Bullwinkle, you know who these fellas are?
And another,
You thought you-
another flock just went
I'm
by.
sorry.
thought you
I
heard
heard
something.
somebody talking. Excuse me.
I heard something.
Shall we go
You
on?
did, didn't you, Paul?
That's no comfort to you.
Take your line again, Rocky.
Bullwinkle, you know who these fellas are?
Pick and Pet?
No.
Wrecking them, smashing them up.
Yes.
Well, now I'm going to do just the opposite. Of
You...
I've got a write-in, baby. If you were sober, you'd know that.
I didn't know you didn't.
Well, now I'm going to do just the opposite of breaking things.
Take 1. Just as soon as Bill Comrade limps into position, game, dead sport that he is.
Well, the latest sensation of the sports page these days is What's the Matter You? And its forward-passing phenom, Bullwinkle Moose.
Let's up again.
What's a pasting phenom? You mean pasta phenom?
Pasta phenom.
What's the matter you?
Pasta phenom.
What's the matter you and the pasta phenom?
Take 2.
Well, the latest sensation of the sports pages these days is What's the Matter You? And its forward-passing phenom, Bullwinkle Moose.
Look, Natasha, 200 to 1.
Gee, Bullwinkle, maybe we should be more concerned with world problems.
I can't. Got a little problem of my own.
What's that?
What am I going to do with 300 goldfish?
Well, why don't
But
you...
although Bullwinkle didn't know it, he had an even more serious... You want to give me more? Why don't you again?
I don't think I can. Well, why don't
But
you...
although Bullwinkle didn't know it, he had an even more serious problem.
Oh, don't make me do it again, Paul. Well, why
But
don't you...
although Bullwinkle didn't know it, he had an even more serious problem.
Well, Natasha, it's great to be back on the campus.
Puss. Oh, gee, I'm...
Calpus.
Calpus?
Calpus.
Cra...
Didn't you ever know any Jewish people anywhere in your
No,
life?
I'm sorry.
Your brother?
Crazy Legs Calpus. And if Harnax doesn't win...
Speed.
Really gets you right here, doesn't it?
Wait till I get Mr. Conrad. Are you all right, sir? Are you in position? Huh? Are you
No.
all set?
Now kick his cane.
You know what I was...
Yeah, boy. 354 pickup. Take 1. Hi there, lady. Are you in distress? 355. Take 1.
Well, the What's the Matter You football team continues to roll like a juggernaut over its...
A juggernaut? What's a juggernaut?
A juggernaut.
Oh, that's a colored drink measurer.
Yeah.
No,
Take 2.
That's a colored astronaut.
No, that's a jiggeronaut.
No, a juggernaut.
Take 2. Come on, Paul.
Colored spaceman. That's very funny. I have to remember that.
Do, but remember it silently, in repose.
Remember it on Calvin, Colonel Sam.
No, I'm going to remember it tonight because I'm going to the Sammy Davis Sr. thing the NAACP is giving tonight.
Take 3.
What are you going to...
The
Never mind.
Father of the
Shut
father
up.
of the decade.
Well, the Wasamatta U football team continues to roll like a juggernaut over its opponents, sparked by the flashy passing combination of Rocky Squirrel and Bullwinkle Moose.
Anything for me, Ace?
Speed.
Pickups. What's the episode number?
355. And he was too. And he was too, but unfortunately, in donning his uniform, Whizzer Black...
Take one.
346. Take one. 346. Take one.
If you should put them side by side, you would quickly see that there is a vast difference between Rocket J. Squirrel and Boris Badenov.
Of course, there is a big difference. Squirrel has blue eyes.
But the biggest difference is that Rocky, being true of heart, looks up to Bullwinkle as his hero.
That's right, because I am trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and stupid.
Bullwinkle is also full of integrity.
I am not. I always tell the truth.
You can't do that.
No, you can't.
And I think you ought to take it from the top because your opening speech was so fast that Mr. Ace didn't quite understand it.
Bullwinkle is also full of integrity.
I am not. I always tell the truth.
Boris, on the other hand, looks up to the most successful and dastardly criminal in the country as his hero, Fingers Scarnose.
He's still using that greasy kid stuff.
By that time, it was 1:30, the exact time that Scarnose, surrounded by his trusted finks, always left the house to pull a job. It was... You've got to warn me about these things, Bill. Ouch. It was then that a sickening turn of events took place. The big black getaway car pulled up in front of the local bank. All right. We're all going to get blown up in about 2 days.
Yeah.
There's nothing funny about any of
No,
it.
that's right.
By that time, it was 1:30, the exact time that Scarnose, surrounded by his trusted finks, always left the house to pull a job. It was then that a sickening turn of events took place. The big black getaway car pulled up in front of the local bank, and Scarnose and his mob dashed inside to hold it up. The
Sickle to Gate
Let's go.
was trying to tell you how to read it.
No, not me. Not me. Not me. I wouldn't do that.
He was trying to tell
Pete, you're
you.
in the wrong place.
He was trying to
One
tell you
again?
how to read it.
356. Take one.
Well, in our last episode, Bullwinkle was just about to make football history at Wasamatta U.
He's heading for the wrong goal.
Right in the stand.
Listen, you see, now you got too much drive.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Well, in our last episode, Bullwinkle was just about to make football...
Bet.
Yeah.
Speed.
How much?
How much you want to bet?
How much do you want to bet? He said. Here we go with 357. Take one.
Well, it was a big day for Wasamatta U when the chancellor said...
Many colleges are de-emphasizing football. Wasamatta will re-emphasize it.
One of the college's first acts was to sign up the frostbite ball... One of the college's...
Frostbite balls?
Yeah.
Frostbite. One stick from the top.
Well, it was... Well, it was a big day for Wasamatta U when the chancellor said...
Many colleges are de-emphasizing football. Wasamatta will re-emphasize it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bad day. Take two.
Well, it was a big day for Wasamatta U when the chancellor said...
Many colleges are de-emphasizing football. Wasamatta will re-emphasize it.
One of the college's first acts...
From the mic to get the lines. Here we go. With 347. Take one.
What were these three? What are these drinks called? The Jolly Quart? I just made that up.
I dare say. I knew he'd do it. All right, take two.
No one can ever say that our last episode was a total loss. For as you remember...
He blew it. Go ahead, take it again.
No.
Three.
No.
Oh, Jesus,
No,
I'll never
this
get
is
over to
not
radio
good.
recorders. Never.
I'm punchy, I'm
Yeah. It was funny about them having the same skips and all that.
Oh, shut up, Paul.
No one can ever say that our last episode was a total loss. For as you remember, we learned beyond... I'm a son of a bitch. No one can ever say that our last episode was a total loss, for as you remember, we learned beyond a doubt that Bullwinkle really takes the cake when it comes to baking a cake.
What, the onions? They might hurt his stomach.
Indeed, they might hurt the moose's stomach. In fact, going after those onions might hurt the entire moose to the extent that he is killed dead. For when Bullwinkle left the onion shop with a bag of Bermudas, he passed directly in front of the bank, which at that time was being severely robbed by none other than the... Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. I see. After was being severely robbed.
Pick it up with indeed they might hurt the moose's stomach. Well, slow it down a little.
Indeed, they might hurt the moose's stomach. In fact, going after those onions might hurt the entire moose to the extent that he is killed dead. For when Bullwinkle left the onion shop with a bag of Bermudas... For when Bullwinkle left the onion shop with a bag...
Well, take the whole
I've got to...
No.
Listen,
Bundle
I
it in
got
You
the
just stay out of this. You go over on your fucking side and you stay there. I don't want any shit out of you tonight. Understand? Now get over there.